After the floodwaters receded and the ark rested on dry ground, the world was quiet, too quiet. Humanity was beginning again. And from Noah's 3 sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the earth would be filled once more. Genesis 10 tells a story that doesn't read like an adventure at first glance. It's a chapter of names, families, and places. But beneath those names is one of the greatest movements in human history: the spreading of nations across the earth. Japheth's descendants were the wanderers. They looked toward distant coastlands, wide plains, and unknown horizons. Their families moved north and west, settling in lands that would later become Europe and parts of Asia. They carried with them new languages, skills, and ways of life. Wherever they went, the world grew bigger. Ham's descendants moved into warmer regions, Africa, parts of the Middle East, and beyond. Among them rose powerful cities and early civilizations. One name stands out: Nimrod, described as a mighty warrior and ruler. Under his influence, cities like Babel, Erech, and Nineveh these places became centers of culture, power, and human ambition, proof that people were not only spreading, but building. Shem's line moved more slowly, but with lasting impact. His descendants settled in the regions of the Near East. From this family line would eventually come Abraham, and through Abraham, the nation of Israel. God's plan to bless all nations would flow through Shem's descendants, showing that this chapter was not just about geography, but about purpose. As families spread out, languages changed, cultures formed, borders appeared. The earth, that was once emptied by judgment, became full again by God's design. Genesis 10 reminds us that nations are not accidents. Every people group, every language, every culture has roots planted deep in God's story. What looks like a simple list of names is actually a map of humanity, proof that diversity was part of the plan from the beginning. Different lands, different voices, one shared origin. And that truth still matters today. We may live far apart, speak differently, and look different, but we are connected. The nations spread across the earth, yet all trace back to the same starting point. If this story helped you see the Bible and humanity in a new way, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who loves scripture or history. And if you want more stories like this that bring biblical passages to life, subscribe and stay connected.